Hey guys, Steve's Retro Rewind coming back at you with another quick review. This one is The Supernaturals. It's a 1986 Embassy Pictures directed by Ahmad Mastroianni, I believe is how you say his name, and it was written by Joel Soyson and Michael S. Murphy. It's rated R. And it hasn't been re-released since its original VHS rental format. You can find a low-quality standard definition version of this on YouTube for free, or it's also available to rent on Amazon for 99 cents, or you can purchase it for $2.99. This is a movie I remember watching. My brother rented it at our local mom and pop video store, and this was back in the day when the cover art is what sold, or what got you with the movie. You may have heard about it at a rental or a video, going to a video store. You may have heard of it being at the movie theaters or something, but excuse me, the video box art is what sold the movie. The tagline on this one is The Supernaturals. There's no escape from the nightmare that has waited 100 years to return. Then on the back, it's got a couple of pictures and it's got the write-up. It's unbelievable. It's unthinkable. And, you know, this is one of the differences between the old school VHS tapes and the more modern DVDs or Blu-rays. You don't have as much of a write-up or summary of the movie. This particular copy, I never owned this movie, but I do remember renting it back in the day. This particular copy I picked up on eBay a couple months ago. This is a rental copy from a video store, old school. The case is somewhat damaged. It's been taped over a couple of times. This is from Top Hits Video. The VHS tape itself is in extreme, really good condition. So I'm super excited about that. The stickers are still intact. This is Embassy Home Entertainment. It came like this. I have not watched it on my VCR, and I have a VHS tape rewinder. I just have not rewound it yet. But not to get too much into spoilers, but the Confederate soldier skull there and the sunglasses is a little bit of a plot point in the movie. As I said, the movie came out in 1986. It stars Nichelle Nichols as a platoon sergeant Hawkins. Of course, most of y'all will know her. She starred as Lieutenant Uhura in Star Trek, the original series and animated series, as well as the movies. Supernaturals came out in 1986. The same year as Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. And Supernaturals is actually sandwiched in between Star Trek 1 through 3 and Star Trek 4 through 6. So this came out right in between those. This also has Maxwell Caulfield, who starred opposite of Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease 2 from 1982. Another Star Trek alum in the movie is LeVar Burton, of course, stars as Commander Geordi LaForge from the Star Trek franchise. He also appeared as Kutan Kinte in the Roots miniseries, as well as being the host of Reading Rainbow. Bobby DeSico, I know him from Wall-E in 1941 comedy, which is also another good movie. Talia Balsam's in it, as well as there's an uncredited cameo from Maurice Gibb from the Bee Gees, the drummer from the Bee Gees. And basically, a quick little plot summary is, in the closing days of the Civil War, a Union regiment, the 44th, captures some Confederate soldiers, and they make them walk across a minefield that they had planted. And the Union commander tells them if they successfully walk across the field, he'll let them go. Well, the only person successfully able to navigate the minefield is a young boy named Jeremy. And the reason Jeremy is mixed up in all of this is Jeremy's dad is a Confederate soldier, and he's gone off to fight, and he has put on a uniform, a Confederate uniform, and another older soldier has told him, hey, you know, go back home, get away from here, stay away from the minefield. And because he's wearing because he's wearing a Confederate uniform, the Union soldiers are treating him as a captured soldier. So we jump to, at the time, was supposed to be modern day, which I believe is 1965, 1970, and a Army platoon is out on maneuvers, and we realize that it's the same unit designation as that Union regiment, the 44th. And as they're out in the woods, I believe it takes place in Alabama, some strange occurrences start happening, and Court, who's played by Bobby DeSico, he finds a skull, and he ends up disappearing. They go looking for him, and the next day they find that he's been killed. And then that night, they start being attacked by forces unknown. And what we discover is I think in the movie they look at it more as ghosts, but it's actually zombies. It's the reanimated corpses of these Confederate soldiers that are coming back to life, and seeking vengeance basically on the 44th, on that regiment that basically slaughtered them. And you find out a little bit more about Jeremy, about his mother. There's obviously, with the title, you can surmise the supernaturals. There's a supernatural element to it. But it's a good, it's not a great movie. This was mainly a nostalgic buy for me. I do wish they would come out with a good Blu-ray 1080 or 4K release of this movie. I have seen it at conventions on DVD, a bootleg version on DVD. I do enjoy this movie. It's a good, what I call, pizza and popcorn movie. It's good to have, you know, some friends over. It's a zombie horror flick for the time, for the budget. It's a good movie. There's some good practical effects. There's some good eeriness to this movie. Definitely worth a watch. Like I said, for free on YouTube or for less than $1, you can rent it on Amazon. If you ever come across a copy of it, I would definitely recommend picking it up, if nothing else, for the artwork. I mean, like I said, this is probably my favorite box art VHS horror movie there is. I can't think of, off the top of my head, a better one. This is probably my favorite VHS horror movie box. So I'm so excited I was able to nab a copy of this. It clocks in just under an hour and a half at 1 hour and 27 minutes. So definitely worth checking out. I haven't found a whole lot about this movie. Let me know in the comments. Have you heard of this movie before? Have you seen it? What are your thoughts on it? And let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.